I wish to take very, very little moment here, and that is primarily because I'm a returnee. I lived in the US, went there back in 1996, stayed there for 14, 15 years, came back to Kenya during Kibaki's time, and in US I was a civil engineer, worked with PennDOT, Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, worked with the city of Baltimore, rehabilitation of the city of Baltimore, from the slums to modern cities at Johns Hopkins, and also worked with the Department of Transportation, Ohio Department of Transportation. And then I started a company, construction company, that I employed Mexicans, and we worked until sometime 2010. And that time America started being a little bit wavy because of recession. That time of Enron, so we figured, something may not turn out to be what we expected in construction industry. So I took that bold step, and I came back to Kenya. And when I planned to come to Kenya, I didn't have anything that I wanted to come with from USA. I made a deliberate decision. As a matter of fact, we had a barbecue where I lived at on that weekend, a weekend before, and I told everybody, you know what, I'm going back. And since I came back, I only went back to America only once, because I had a friend who was doing a wedding. He was Italian. I went for his wedding, and it was beautiful. But ever since then, I find myself going to China than going to America frequently. Not because I was deported, because I know that will be the case in most times. But a lot of my interest in what I would want to do, I can achieve that in China. America gave me a few things, which I am very grateful for. It gave me education, it gave me ethics, and it taught me how to work hard. But America didn't give me money. It didn't give me money. So I came to invest here in Kenya, and I've invested because this year, in my construction company, I think I have a portfolio of 14 billion shillings. So by the time we close the year, we are growing very fast because of what we have is the affordable housing, highways, bigger super highways, many hospitals. We are building Kenya. So the problem is, in my experience is, if you're a diaspora, I would stand here and tell you, Kenya is not a bad place. It's the only place you can be poor tonight. If you go and have a drink somewhere, tomorrow you can be a millionaire. America, you can't do that. There is so much to do, but there is also a lot of space for you to give back. Today, I have employed about 2,500 people, and most of them are young engineers that I am training and mentoring. And trust me, they don't know a whole lot, not in comparison with what we had in USA. But I'm training them so that they can be, at least I can get 10 or 5 or whatever that are equivalent to me. So I want to tell you this. I'm very, very proud to know there is a forum that is being spearheaded by our friend here, Alex. But if you want to understand all this, you have to make a decision. You can't be in USA or in Australia and be in Kenya and you're not sure what you want to be. You're gonna have to make a decision. If it succeeds in Kenya, it succeeds. If it succeeds in USA, stay there. All right? But one thing I can tell you is that out of what I've experienced, Kenya is not easy. It's not simple. It's very difficult because when I got here, the first engagement was with a partner that was a born-again Christian. He stole my company. When I went to the registrar, I found I didn't have a company. But he had given me all the documents to show me that I owned 65% shares in that company. I had invested almost like 25 or 30 millions. I didn't even know how to get it back. I couldn't tell my wife. You don't tell your wife such things. You may get divorced, or She might take off and go back to US. So there is a lot of things that are not consistent to what we want to think. Government in Kenya is not government in USA. You have to have a lot of patience. A lot of patience. And one thing I can assure you, the training and the experience that you have in USA, Kenya is a piece of cake for you. We worked, and all of you, I know, everybody has a story in US. Didn't we work at night? Didn't we work at 2 shifts? We worked at those nursing homes. You know, we dealt with the discrimination. We dealt with the situations which we didn't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. And we persevered. But the excellence and the gains that you get from diaspora is not money, it's not riches. Somebody's going to lie to you if they tell you that. Some of us, or some of you, may be fortunate. But majority of you, you can always do better back here. Because here is where you can't sleep hungry. If you go and call your mother, she can get you a banana. America, or many other countries, you can simply be kicked out. You sleep in the cold, in the streets. So you come and bring everything that you get. You gather whatever you can in all those countries and bring them here in Kenya. Expertise, ethics, relationship, contact, ability to be resilient. All that, if you combine it here, you'll succeed. Currently, I'm a director in an organization called Kenya Investment Authority. Deliberate. And I have with me my friend Pius Rotich. Now, I only want to take 2 more minutes. And then I'll let Pius take like 2 of my minutes to tell you why I've called him here. When you come in Kenya, one of the problems that I had was to be conned. When I went, I was given proper documents that even when I went to the file was there. And I was shown, this is your file. Until now, money came into the account after we had done the work. The money disappeared. I went to the same office, the file was not there. So, Kenya Investment Authority, here, PIOS, they have understood those kind of challenges. And then they have one roof. One roof where you, as a diaspora, you can go and get each and everything that you want. So, maybe I can let Pius take this 1 minute and explain to you kindly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Director. Thank you very much, Director. My name is Pius Rotich once again. I'm the Director in charge of manufacturing sector, and I focus on supporting the investments coming in from the manufacturing sector. I've been sitting here since morning, and finally I'm also hearing about my Director. Whatever we've been discussing here, I see a lot of problems with the diaspora, and so we feel very much for you. I want to say that we are government, and we are mandated to promote and facilitate investment, especially we are focusing on our diaspora. So what I would like to call you upon to do, please bring all your problems so Kenya government can invest. We are there for you and paid by the government of Kenya to support you. Some of the things which we do actually, can we have the first slide? This one, so some of the things we do is actually to give information to the diaspora, and I want to tell you that once you come back home, actually this is what the government has done, created enough market access in terms of Pan-African market access, East African Community, COMESA, TFTA, SCFTA. We have also, our president is not sleeping, he's also trying to expand Kenya's market through the international markets, the AGOA from the US. I know most of you are Chinese from the US, and you know that. EPA, the EU, the FTA with UK, and also SEPA with UAE. Next slide. Some of the things we are focusing on, because we have actually subdivided our institution to handle investors from the sector base. And we are looking at manufacturing. I've heard most of you are in the manufacturing sector, and therefore would like to ask you to come to Kenya Invest so that we can be able to unlock some of those issues you are facing in the manufacturing sector. Those in agribusiness, livestock development, and so on and so forth. We are looking at cotton, edible oils, and the rest. ICT, I'm seeing it is big. We have also construction, where my director is. We have tourism and hospitality, and we are also looking at emerging sectors, creative economy, which one of us is in, environment, mining, and so on and so forth. Most of the investments are actually domiciled in the special economic zones and the export processing zones, and these are some of the areas where we want you to come and explore opportunities. Next slide. Yeah. Some of the projects we have profiled at the institution is actually to come up with investor-ready projects. We have about 245 of them with actually a figure of $53 billion. So we'd like you to identify some of these projects, talk to us so that we can be able to give you these projects, and also you can visit our website. And on the other hand, you can actually interest some of the people in wherever you are staying, wherever you are in the US, or in Asia, and so on and so forth, so that they can take some of these projects together. We would like actually to call you to partner together with most of these people. So don't come and go around. This is where diasporans are being conned every now and then. I'm also one of the diasporans from Germany, and my family is actually based in Kansas, but they have refused to return back to the country. Now, we can actually assist you to register a company. We can actually work with you to access land, work permits for if you have partners who are foreigners. You can apply licenses, export pricing zone, and EPZ. We have also what we in our institution what we call investment day room. We actually are supposed to unlock some of the issues which the director talked about, and then we have business support climate. And we are actually the source of investment data. With those few remarks, I would like to say, come to Kenya Invest, and director, I would like to ask my boss, one of the directors who is here, can you please stand up? That is actually one of the directors of Kenya Invest, Khadija, and actually she is the one who is my boss in the strategy committee. Thank you very much, director. And once again, we call upon you to talk to us. We actually work with Chamwada a lot, but we want to do more. It is easier to do business now than ever before. You see our president, the way he's actually going out of the country to attract investors. Next year, March 2026, March 25th to 27th, we have our Kenya International Investment Conference, and we have a lot of side events which we can work together. In fact, director, we can actually curate a side event for a diaspora so that we can focus to talk to diaspora. Thank you very much, and be blessed.
Thank you. Let's clap for him. Thank you very much. Alex, I think that's all we have to. But before I leave, my closing message to you is that coming back to Kenya is not a step backward. It's a leap into future. And the other day, I asked myself the question, why does a Chinese fly all the way and go to Rimuruti and plant vegetables there? Well, we leave such lucrative things here, and we go to places where we are not wanted. What we go there, in my opinion, is to gain skills. But home is the best. Karibuni Kenya, kujeni tujenge nchi. Thank you very much.